Your Honor, it took really too much time for the Speaker and I talking to each other, convincing this representation that I withdraw my resignation. It pained me so much, Mr. Speaker, considering that you and I have been together in the IDP for so long a time, almost practically on your bended knees, requesting me to withdraw. But Mr. Speaker, it really pained me so much to withdraw my motion to asking for a vote. This is a question of briefing, Mr. Speaker. Perhaps I should be one of those who should always go and make your request. Not only of what we have been together since 1970, when you and I were private. You in the vow was engaged in human rights. I, was like much active in human rights. And that those are facts. You and I live in a fear during those times when nobody stood up and talked against the dictatorship regime. Somebody says that I don't want transparency. That's beside the point. We want all transactions in government to be very transparent. However, Mr. Speaker, it should be based on a law that has been properly, legitimately, legally enacted. That is my point, Mr. Speaker. It is so sad that I am here standing with all the media in favor of this particular issue. I know what they will do to me. Perhaps after this, they will condemn me. Perhaps most of them will go to my island paradise, the island of your imagination, start investigating. And whatever they can find, why I am against this. And then they will say, you will paint me whatever they say, bad against me. But my records, my conscience is clear. I am standing here questioning the court. And if ever all congressmen are interested in passing Mr. Speaker, all of us should have been here, especially that this is a Senate decision. It is a must that all congressmen should be here. But how come so few of us are here attending the Senate? And yet, the purpose for this Senate is only to close our legislative work, Mr. Speaker. And yet, because perhaps of some pressure, the House is being practically pressured for this Information Act, Your Honor, to be passed. In short, trying to make a shortcut as what we did with this bill. Your Honor, please, for the record, I would say that this did not pass any debate. Because it did not pass any debate. All our courts, especially the Supreme Court, is now always putting up or rendering decisions, which we sometimes call as judicial legislation. Because the laws that we enacted lack debate. The intention or spirit of the law cannot be found in our records because it did not pass in debate. So there comes the so-called legislative legislation. The different department secretaries with the issue I asked also. What happens? We call also their circulars or their memorandum as administrative legislation. Because they do also legislation because, again, I would say, because of lack of intentions or the meaning of the respective laws that we pass. In this particular bill, Your Honor, please, I am sorry to say this, because being part of the House, I have been always standing here cooperating, Your Honor, because the Speaker is likewise from Mindanao. I respect so much the Speaker. But there are times that I stood up here and questioned the quorum also, asking for warm bodies because there are legislation that should really be properly debated. So we should know the intention of especially the authors and the sponsors of the bill. This particular bill, Your Honor, the explanatory note, the records will show, was used as this sponsorship. There was no debate on this particular mission. It passed in that reading without debate. We do not know what it means. These are the reasons why I am standing in this open body. I hope it will not be taken against me. But if anybody, considering that I have been re-elected, Your Honor, I assure those who are interested in this bill that first opening of session, whoever will be the first to file, but with proper provisions of the law, together with the reply bill, Your Honor, we should file this hand in hand. It is surprising that most of those in the media want this bill to pass, and yet they do not want the reply bill to pass. Bakit naman gano'n? Yun ang tanong ko rin. Their answer is it will take all the space of their columns, if it's a columnist, that will lambast you to print. That's why we do not want the reply bill to pass. Each space for the bill is expensive. And here, you do not know that officials, even those during the time of Quirino, those officials were there and be questioned by any media outfit because of this particular information act being if we pass this. So these are the reasons, Mr. Speaker. And again, may I repeat, it really pains me to refuse practically almost invented this. You and I, with information of everybody, the Speaker and myself, we were in the room of the majority group, together with the other leadership of the House, trying to persuade me, but I am sorry, Mr. Speaker. You tried your best, but deep inside my heart, in fact, we went to another room, you and I, one in one, and then you begged me, picturing even almost all the saints. Your Honor, but this is a question of principle. I will never lose my friendship by looking at you in a pedestal.
Halata eh.
But this is to me a question of principle. I must stand and I must regret that I cannot grant your request, Mr. Speaker. In the past, whatever you say, I join you because I respect you. Ang pinagsamahan natin, Mr. Speaker, I will never forget. But please, with this deal, I am sorry that I will refuse you and some of our colleagues in leadership, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. And I am reiterating my calling for a rule, Mr. Speaker.
We suspend the session for a few minutes and we'll call the roll when we get back. Session is suspended.
I will call the road, when we get back. They will make sure magtatawag to ng mga tao na lumabas. Tatawag yan ng mga tao.